Hello, my name is Nano Nomaru, and I'm a single 34-year-old office worker. I've been working at the company since I graduated, so I am one of the senior members, and I'm in charge of several teams currently.
I think you're misunderstanding the difference between the phrases not married and can't get married.
This is Kasumi, who is a mid-career hire who recently joined our company. After graduating, she joined a company but quit after just 1 month, and has been partying and taking time off since then, so she has limited work experience. She's about a year older than me, but has a condescending attitude towards me since the day she joined the company. Despite my warning, she has not stopped. Kasumi, I know you're joking, but I've asked you not to laugh about sensitive topics many times before. Please be mindful of this.
Oh my god, why are you so pissed? It's just a joke. If you get too upset, it can give the impression to others that you're in trouble. Yeah, I mean right now.
It would have been okay if she had taken her job seriously, but as you can imagine, she was a mid-career hire. She had done very little work and her attitude towards work was not complimentary either. After joining the company, I asked her to create some simple documents, but she said that she had no experience with computers.
Everything can be done on the phone, you know.
It was later discovered that she was not proficient in typing Roman alphabets, so it took her about 2 weeks to learn how to type properly. I never thought I would need to accompany her to practice typing. After she passed Typing Master, I was finally able to ask her to prepare the documents, but why is it handwritten?
Power something? I didn't know or understand what it was, so...
That too? I had to put my work aside and spend a whole day preparing a document that would normally take me only an hour to make. The font size is uneven throughout, so let's fix that.
Why? I'm too lazy to do that.
It shouldn't be that hard.
If you have a problem, can you do it for me then?
What? Who the hell do you think this is for? At other times, I asked her to attend a meeting with her business partner and take notes, but... Don't sleep, you idiot! Oh! After leaving, I was so pissed and yelled at her, but she snapped back at me and told me to not disturb her dream where she was dating a hot guy. Since then, I've been hesitant to bring her to meetings.
You're so annoying every single freaking day yelling at me. I don't if you're sad that you don't have a boyfriend or you're in a hurry to get married, but don't take out your anger on me.
No one is taking it on you. I just want to remind you to take minimal precautions in the future.
It's none of your business, you old hag.
What? Kasumi then grabbed her bag at the same time as the chime rung to go home and give up the work that was not completed and due today and went home. Then one day in her 3rd month with the company, she ended up not coming after all. Hey, Kasumi, please pick up. Where are you now?
Hey, what's up? Can't right now, I lost my voice.
Did you get sick or something?
Yeah, I did.
What are your symptoms?
Ugh, why?
It's already past your arrival time. If you don't report this, it's an absent without notice.
Is it something bad?
Your payment can be reduced.
What? I can't believe it!
Then explain if you don't want this to happen.
I told you I lost my voice.
What else?
I have a splitting headache.
Do you feel nauseous?
Yes, I'm about to puke.
You don't have a fever then.
Yes, I do.
How much?
About 40 Celsius.
This is not normal. If you really have a 40 Celsius fever, you wouldn't be able to respond to my messages snapping back at me.
Anyways, I don't feel well, okay?
You're hungover, aren't you?
What?
I heard from someone that you went drinking yesterday despite being a Monday after the weekend with your coworkers, and looks like you drank a lot and didn't listen to others, right?
Who the hell said that?
Everyone who went.
What? Did they seriously want to work?
Of course. They're employees who have common sense.
Yeah, whatever. I'm just a person who's a misfit in society anyway.
I never said that. Why don't you start learning from now, Kasumi?
I hate being forced to do something, so that's why I quit my previous company and came here.
Hey, you better stop complaining.
Actually, are you forgetting the fact that I'm the CEO's niece?
That doesn't matter now.
Of course it does. Since I'm the relative of the head of the company, I'm allowed to do whatever I want.
Let me tell you something. I bet the CEO will be sad to see you now like this. He requested me to help you become an excellent worker so that you can become a full-fledged worker.
What is full-fledged? I'm already an adult, by the way.
Yeah, age-wise.
What the, you bitch!
You need to catch up mentally.
Just shut up and listen to me. I won't go as long as you're still working at the company.
What are you gonna do? Are you gonna quit?
You're the one that's gonna quit, bitch. I'll tell my uncle and have you fired.
Is she serious about this? Wait, she might do that because she doesn't know the real world. I got up and went to the CEO to report what happened, but at the same time, the CEO called me and told me to come to his office.
I just got a call from Kasumi that she was being harassed by you?
The CEO looked at me with a very serious face. She really did do it. I can't believe she also accused me of harassing.
As a CEO, I can't ignore this. If this is true, I need to consider taking disciplinary action against you.
It was clear that he blindly believed her because of his affection for his niece. Could you please hold on a minute? About that. When I hurriedly tried to explain myself, I heard a knock at the door.
Pardon me.
Naoki!
Hey, long time no see, Nano.
The person who came in was Naoki Seigi, whose motto is, "I don't like anything that isn't fair." Since he was my trainer for a short period of time when I first joined the company, I was surprised to see him because I rarely had the chance to meet him. How is that someone who is excellent and usually on business trips here?
Can you please wait a moment to talk about that? What do you mean? Our company is getting bigger, so harassment is something that we can't ignore. I know what you mean, but did you listen to Miss Nomado's story? No, I didn't. I recall advising you to not show favoritism toward your niece just because she's your relative, because such behavior could negatively impact the morale of other employees.
He spoke to the CEO confidently and without hesitation, and I don't know if he was scared, but...
I'm so sorry for not listening to you, Miss Nomado, and I made an assumption that you harassed her. Can you tell me everything?
Thank God. I explained to him about our work attitude and showed him the conversation we had the other day. After clarifying that it was a teaching moment rather than harassment, he finally realized how serious this was.
Oh, I'm so sorry about this. Seems like my niece is the root of the problem. I will talk to her about this. Sorry for wasting your time.
After leaving the office, I really thanked Naoki. It's been a while. Thank you so much for today.
No problem. I'm glad it all got straightened out.
Why are you here, by the way?
I came back here because I received complaints about Kasumi's behavior. I was informed that you were the person in charge, so I came here as soon as possible.
Thank you for coming over for me.
Even though I only taught you for a short time, I can't leave you with this issue.
Stop!
What?
Nothing. The next day, I don't know if Kasumi got scolded by the CEO, but she came to work with a sour face. I'm relieved that I'm no longer her trainer. According to my boss, in order for Kasumi to keep her job, she asked if I could be removed as her direct supervisor. It's unbelievable that she would say such a thing given her poor work attitude. I don't know what kind of nerve she has. But it appears that the CEO acknowledged that she and I were not a good match, so she ended up being transferred to a department led by a middle-aged man. Yes, I'm finally free! Afterward, I was able to complete my work with ease. While covering my coworker's job, I noticed that my processing ability had improved remarkably. As a result, I was able to improve my results in a short amount of time. 3 months later. What? Do I have to train her again? Unfortunately, news that she will once again become my subordinate has emerged. Why is this happening?
To be honest...
According to the story, she was transferred as she had anticipated, but even there she had a poor work attitude and antagonized the members there. Despite the leader's warning, she refused to listen, claiming sexual and power harassment, so we gave up after only 1 month. After that, she was transferred from one department to another, and as a result of experiencing problems everywhere she went, the company came to the conclusion that the only place left is under me. But if she works under me, wouldn't she quit?
Looks like she has nowhere to go after she quits.
Oh, I'm not surprised.
The CEO made that request to me, so can I ask for your help?
After thinking about it for a while, I decided to call Naoki and talk about this. Hi, Naoki. Do you have time now?
Yes, I do. I was just about to contact you, actually. I heard that the company is going to make Kasumi work under you again.
Yeah.
The boss is too lenient. I'll go talk to him again.
I'm willing to accept that, actually.
What?
That's if the company is able to listen to my requirements, though.
Requirements?
To be honest, as long as she's not fired, she will cause trouble wherever she goes. Besides, I'm still mad at her for calling me an old hag, so I was thinking about putting the fear of God in that naive young lady. After explaining the requirements to Naoki, he immediately reached out to the CEO. The CEO was astonished at first, but he believed that a harsh treatment was necessary. I was able to get him understanding my requirements, and Kasumi became my subordinate again the following week. Of course, she wouldn't make eye contact with me because she had returned involuntarily.
I'm not going to listen to anything you say.
That's fine.
What?
I'll leave that up to you. I will not say anything to you from now on.
So does that mean I can do whatever I want?
Exactly.
Yay!
I gave her only minimal work and provided her no guidance on mornings. I instructed her to come to me after she finished her work and was free, but she didn't do as I expected. As a result, she spent the entire day scrolling through social media and became nothing more than a tea maker. Sorry everyone, but I've decided to leave her alone.
Don't worry about it. It's a lot better to not get involved in her mess. But why would you leave her alone, though? From your personality, I thought that you would be hard on her.
You'll see. Yes, I had an idea. 3 years later, Kasumi was just a talking decoration who ruled everyone without doing anything. She never helped anyone regardless of how busy they were. I, on the other hand, was promoted and now have more subordinates. One day, the CEO approached me and informed me that my team was responsible for a project.
Kasumi, this is about to be your 3rd year, so try your best as a core member, okay?
What, me?
Yes, can you do it?
Of course, I got this.
It was obvious that she was putting on a show. Sure enough, as soon as the meeting ended.
Yup, so thanks everyone.
She left all the work to us, but none of the members accepted this.
Why do we need to do your job for you?
I have too many things to do, so I can't help you. What? Then you do it. What are you talking about? You're the one that said that you're gonna do it, so take responsibility.
Huh? This is what we agreed on. You told me I can do whatever I want.
All I said was I wouldn't nag you. I never forced you to do anything, but you told the CEO that you would do the job, right? Wouldn't it make more sense to do it yourself? Or are you unable to? You've been working here for 3 years. She got pissed and opened her computer, installing a software and doing something, although she still appears to be unable to type. What was she doing for 3 years? Having said that, I'm not evil, so I told my team that if she comes and asks for help, please give her a hand, but if she throws the entire thing, please decline. However, since she has a lot of pride, she was able to leave the job to someone else but unable to seek assistance, so after working on it for 3 days, she ended up not coming. I texted her since she didn't show up to work yet, and her reply was something unbelievable. Hi, you're not coming?
I'm quitting.
What?
I'm changing jobs, so I'm not going.
Again? Wait, were you just assigned to do a project though?
How the hell can I do it?
Did you tell him that?
Yeah, I told him that everyone is making me do all the work, but he didn't even listen to me and said that it was for my own good. God, I hate him, that old hag. I've done so much for the sake of being a cute niece.
He'll cry if he hears that.
Who cares?
Well, changing jobs is pretty hard. It's not that easy, you know.
I found a new job already.
What? Already?
Yes, a top-rated company.
Be specific.
Well, there's no overwork, salary can go up to $500,000 a month depending on how hard you work. Paid vacations can be taken whenever I want, and there's also a menstrual leave. The employee benefits are extremely generous. Plus, they will give me enough training until I fully understand everything. It's totally different from some company where there's a boss who only nags.
What kind of company is it, by the way? Name?
I ain't gonna tell you. I'd hate if you came over here too.
I won't go to that shady company.
Shady? Where?
Everything.
Are your eyes okay? Oh, since you're old, did you get cataracts or something?
Fine, if you're gonna quit, submit your resignation letter.
Ugh, such a pain in the ass.
Excuse me?
Here, I'm done, right? Bye.
Wait, bring the letter to me directly.
What? Of course not.
You're coming to get your stuff, right? Why not give it to me then?
I already got my stuff already.
Already?
Yup, I'm a good worker, that's why.
Okay. Well, you're all done. Just to let you know, you can't take this back.
Who the hell will go back there? Seems like the new company needs me.
I don't know what kind of work you're going to do, but you shouldn't take society lightly.
Yeah, the fantasies of a lonely old hag.
I showed this conversation to the CEO and...
Miss Nomario, I apologize for the lengthy wait. I'd hoped she'd realize on her own given time, but it seems like she's only there to get the money.
Yes, exactly.
Still, what kind of company hires someone who can't even type? As one of the executives, I must say that it doesn't sound like a good company.
What he said was actually true. 3 months later...
I can go back if you want me to.
What? Kasumi?
I'll go from tomorrow, so put my stuff I said on top of my desk.
I'm so confused now.
I'm changing jobs again, okay?
That's not possible.
No, it's not. I'm the CEO's niece. If you tell him, he'll let me come back.
Hold on, aren't you working in a top-rated company? Why are you contacting me all of a sudden?
I was tricked. Almost everything that I was told beforehand was a lie. The salary was almost non-existent during the training period and still is because I can't fully understand everything I don't know when the training will be over. I'm also forced to stay until the date changed every single day and it's driving me crazy. If it's like this, it was better over there.
I told you so.
If you would have begged me to not go, this would have happened. Take responsibility and bring me back.
Who's the one that said you didn't like being nagged by me?
Still, isn't it your job to keep saying something to help your subordinate grow?
Stop acting like you're a subordinate when it's convenient for you. Besides, I wasn't obligated to instruct you.
That can't be true. Did my uncle put you in charge?
Nope. When you came back to my team, I made a request to him that won't say anything unless you ask me for help.
What does that mean?
I don't want to waste my energy that's not worth my time. The CEO understood me. Instead of you left alone, you eventually will realize that you're a working professional, but in the end, you didn't grow at all. You really disappointed him. Well, I knew it though.
Yes, I can't even do anything at my current company, so they make fun of me. You knew about this but didn't say anything, you bitch!
Society is tough, you know. There's no time to take care of someone who has no motivation. Plus, they are not your parents. Anyways, I'm busy, so I have to go.
Hold on! Talk to my uncle at least! I can't take this anymore!
I just told him.
Really? What did he say?
He said you don't need to come back. Good luck on your own.
Seriously?
There's no benefit to lying. Bye.
Wait, please, don't ignore me!
What? I'm getting old, so I can't hear you. Bye. I blocked the selfish young lady. This is okay for you, right?
Yeah, sorry for causing you trouble.
No problem.
Your growth over the past few years has been remarkable, so in anticipation of this, I would like you to accompany him from now on to expand your knowledge.
Who's him?
Hey!
Naoki?
Looking forward to working with you again.
What? Wait, hold on. I'm working with you?
Oh, you don't want to?
Oh, no. Just... Sorry, nothing.
What's wrong? You should get yourself together, Naoki. Huh? What do you mean? You have a good intuition about your job, but not this. Huh?
Things kept happening one after another. We were together 24/7, and I didn't think my heart could take it. Kasumi, who has refused to come back, is currently working as a trainee employee for the evil company nearly for free and cannot run away. Although it's a training program, it requires taking responsibility for many things rather just receiving instruction. We bosses teach our subordinates because we want them to grow. I believe that not saying anything is the worst thing you can do to your subordinates. You say things that are hard to say because you love them. I will continue to work hard together with my subordinates who adore me.
Oh, is your child going to be starting at the preschool this year too, Mrs. Yamamoto? Yes, my son's name is Minato. What a cute little boy he is. It's nice to meet you. It was such good manners, I can't help but smile. He might be perfect as a husband to my little Paris. What? Oh, come on, it's just a joke. Sure. My name is Kanoko Yamamoto. I live happily with my husband Harutatsu and my son Minato as a working mom. My husband and I are both working full-time. Every day is a very busy day as both parent and employee. Today was my son's first day at preschool, so I had taken the day off of work. The woman who spoke to me was Miss Yuri Tanaka, who has a daughter the same age as Minato. I didn't have a particularly bad first impression of her, but you can just call me Yuri. Our kids are going to be in the same class too, so I'm sure we will be helping each other out a lot. That's true. It's very nice to meet you. And also, my husband is away on a long-term overseas business trip right now. I see. So that's the reason why your husband wasn't here today. At home, it's just me and Paris, only the two of us. So I hope we can get along outside of the preschool too. Of course. Maybe we can all hang out sometime. That would be fun. You just get it, don't you? That being said, my husband and I are working on weekdays, so it would have to be a weekend. Otherwise, we can't make much time. Don't worry about that. If anything, we can relax more on the weekends, so that would be better anyway. That's true. By the way, if you're wondering why my daughter is named Paris, I named her after the city in France that I've always dreamt about since I was a little kid. I think that's a great name. This is a global generation. It's important to have a beautiful name that won't be difficult overseas. She's just casually bragging, isn't she? Anyway, looking forward to the next few years of preschool with you. Yes, me too. According to Yuri, her husband was somewhere in Europe on a business trip. I didn't see the point in bragging to me in this day and age. Everyone has their own different and unique family lives, right? I guess I don't mind just talking to her. At the time, that's what I thought. After that, she kept digging into me, asking about my work and my salary, but I just made something up and ignored it. She basically forced me to exchange phone numbers with her, but I didn't think that this would lead to a big problem arising between us. I see. You're working overtime over there too.
I'm sorry, there was some trouble at work today.
It's okay, don't worry about it.
Your company has gone into the busy season, and you've been working overtime non-stop, too.
I feel so sorry for Minato, leaving him alone all the time.
My mom and dad spoil their grandkids so much. I think he's fine, but it would be nice for the three of us to have dinner as a family.
I don't think I'll be able to prepare dinner in time when I get home after work. Do you mind if I reserve a bento box from MoniRobo Diner near the train station?
Sounds good. Minato and I both love the fried chicken bento box from that place.
I'll make the reservation during my lunch break.
Got it. Thanks for everything, Kanoko.
I should be thanking you. This is a team effort. Work was getting really busy these days, so we were often asking Harutatsu's parents to pick up and drop off Minato from the preschool. However, we decided that we would always have dinner together as a family. So, as soon as I leave the office, I go straight home and we would surround the dinner table. MoniRobo Diner was a famous bento box place in town, and we've been going there for years. They always make fresh and hot bento boxes, and Minato loves them too. After working about 1 hour of overtime, I sped over to MoniRobo Diner like a space shuttle, received the bento boxes I had reserved, and was about to leave when I ran into a certain person in front of the shop. Kanoko, what a coincidence to run into you by the train station. I finally finished work just now, so I was here picking up some bento boxes for dinner. What about you, Yuri? Why are you here with Paris? There are a lot of families from preschool living around here, so I wanted to see what it was like. At this hour? With her child? Paris, this is Minato's mom. Hello. You need to become good friends with boys like Minato, okay? Unfortunately, Minato is waiting for me at my in-laws' house right now. That's a shame. I thought we could get close to you now. I'm in a bit of a rush, so I'm going to head out now. Oh wait, those bento boxes. Can you give them to me in Paris? Excuse me? Actually, I was so busy today that I didn't have time to make dinner. If I start now, it'll be too late. And Paris is also starving. In that case, maybe you can also buy a bento box from MoniRobo Diner. It's just there. I forgot my wallet, so I can't even get money out of the ATM. Isn't that weird to leave the house without your valuables? Please, I promise I'll thank you someday. Please? While holding Yuri's hand, Paris was staring right at me. She must be so hungry because her stomach was making noises that I could hear. However, I couldn't just say, sure, here you go. I gently refused and decided to tell her once again to go buy something herself. I'm terribly sorry, but I can't give you these bento boxes. Why not? Minato and my husband are both waiting for these. And also, how do I say this? But I can't look after another household. Come on, don't be like that. You know, in Japan, they say it's important that we all have the spirit of helping each other. I must decline. If you're thinking of Paris, then please buy it with your own money. You don't have to say that much, just over some bento boxes. But in the first place, I don't really understand why you're out at this time without your wallet on you. Usually you would go back to get it, or you would give up and go back home. Ugh. I would be more than happy to join you for lunch with the other moms, or to play at the park with the kids. But that and this are two completely different things. Whatever! Just because you're a working mom acting so big. What? You say you're so busy that you can't cook, but I bet you're just lazy and trying to get out of it with those bento boxes, aren't you? That's not what I meant. I forgot my wallet. That wasn't my fault. Just because you treat us one time, it's not like something bad is going to happen to you. How needy is this woman? Fine, whatever. I'll just give Paris some cup noodles or something. If she becomes malnourished, it's all your fault. That is ridiculous. Come on, Paris. You're going to have to deal with Mew Noodle tonight. Yes, Mom. Paris waved goodbye to me as she was pulled home by Yuri. Watching her, she seemed to be scared of Yuri, which stuck with me. But anyway, I needed to get home quickly for my beloved husband and son. I raced home as fast as I could. A few days later, Mommy, I want to have the bento box from MoniRobo Diner. Minato, you've become a captive of MoniRobo Diner. The fried chicken from that place is so good. I know, right? Mommy loves it too. Then why not? Let's stop by on the way home today. I'll reserve the bento now. Yay! Just in case, I need to ask your daddy which one he wants to eat. What? You already handed it over? Yes, Someone from your family came by already, and I handed them 2 fried chicken bentos and 1 meat patty bento.
Wait a minute, please. I didn't ask anyone to pick up my order for me.
What?
Could it be that it was a woman with a little girl about preschool age with her?
If I recall correctly, it was a female customer, and I believe she was calling her daughter Paris.
That is a complete stranger. She stole the bento boxes that I had reserved.
I'm so terribly sorry. We will make you new ones immediately. Please wait a few moments.
That woman, she's really crossed the line now. Yuri, how did you know that I had reserved the bento boxes today? What a rude message out of nowhere. I heard everything from the employee, that you lied that you were in my family. Can you not message about these little things? I'm in the middle of eating with Paris. Please answer my question. When I went to pick up Paris from the preschool, I overheard your conversation with Minato. Are you telling me that you were eavesdropping on us? I must say, I don't admire how loudly you talk. You never know who is listening to you. I don't think I was speaking loud enough for anyone to hear us. Anyway, we're enjoying the fried chicken bento and the meat patty bento. And maybe I'll have the last one for lunch tomorrow. Are you kidding me? Please stop messing around. This is harassment. This is your fault for ignoring a hungry child. I'm sure you know that cup noodles isn't enough nutrition for a little child. That's not the problem here. Don't you worry, I made sure to pay for the bento boxes. What the hell is wrong with this person? How self-centered can you be? I can't stand her. I couldn't believe what Yuri was saying, and I was so angry that it felt like a volcano was going to erupt. The employee that had helped me today only started recently as a part-timer, and it made me feel really bad for her. Is that so? Well, please give her my regards. You are the root cause of all of this. Kanoko, you don't need to get so mad. You're going to have them remake the bento boxes anyway, right? What you're doing is wrong. Ugh, stop nagging. You're so annoying. How pathetic that you're getting so angry over a cheap bento box. You don't think you've done anything wrong, do you? Well, yeah, because we're fellow moms. Of course we're going to help each other out, right? If you think you're going to be forgiven just for paying the money, you're very wrong. You're so annoying. Stop getting so worked up over one $5 bento box. Well then, why don't you pay for it yourself? I don't mean to be rude, but if you can't pay for a $5 bento box, then you must be in a pretty bad situation. Shut up! Don't you worry, Paris is very happily eating the meat patty bento box. Unbelievable! I'm sure they're remaking them for you right now, aren't they? As a mother to Minato, you should show some kindness in your heart and let this go. That isn't something for the perpetrator to say. This is such a huge pain, so we're going to leave this incident here. Talk to you later. In the end, I wasn't able to get in touch with Yuri after that. The shop said they wouldn't charge us for the new bento boxes they remade as an apology, but it wasn't 100% their fault either, so I decided to pay for the bento boxes. They gave me discount point coupons for next time and handled the situation kindly. When I told Harutatsu about this, he was also furious, but remained calm and said that unless something really troublesome happens, we won't get involved with them anymore, and we ate the bento boxes as a family. I took a bath and got to bed, but the next morning, I was woken up by multiple missed calls. You horrible woman! Are you kidding me? You better take responsibility for this. Oh, jeez. My eardrums are going to burst. Yuri, what on earth do you want from me this time? Paris went into anaphylactic shock, and last night she was sent to the emergency room in an ambulance. What? That girl has a severe allergy to eggs, and if she eats just one bite, it becomes a disaster. If it were a few minutes later. And how is Paris now? Is she okay? Thanks to the quick response of the paramedics, her life was saved. Is that so? I'm glad. You're glad? This is all your fault. Because of those bento boxes that we got from you, Paris
Paris was taken to the hospital. Apparently, there was egg in the meat patty. Do you have any idea how much the doctors and nurses yelled at me? Please calm down. First of all, I didn't know that Paris had any allergies. Second, I didn't give you those bento boxes. You stole them from me. You're the one that fed it to her, Yuri. I'm going to be very straightforward with you. You're the one at fault here, Yuri. You're the worst. Are you trying to pass the blame to me? Thank goodness that Paris is okay, but I think it's you yourself that put your daughter in that place. What did you say? It's very common for there to be eggs in meat patties. Why didn't you double check before you gave it to her? Well, that's because I thought just a little bit would be fine. Perhaps your knowledge is lacking about food allergies? If you don't take anaphylactic reactions seriously, it can cost a life. In the worst case scenario, you could have… Shut up! Shut up! This is all your fault. All of it. Yuri's voice is so loud that I'm getting a headache. Hey, are you listening? Instead of yelling at me, please go be by your daughter's side. Whatever. I'm definitely going to sue you for this. I'm going to hire a lawyer and you're going to pay. So you better be ready. You better not run away. Yuri left me with this threat, or words of intimidation, and hung up the phone. I was going to block her last night and had completely forgotten. At the same time, now that she was showing her true colors, I was also terrified. Because she spoke so aggressively, I knew I couldn't ignore this. So I got out of bed and I spoke to Harutatsu about it, and he told me what we should do next.
We should also get a lawyer ready.
You're right. We can't just sit by and let it happen.
But wow, I didn't know there was somebody so crazy in the moms at Rookie Preschool.
Yeah, at first, I thought she was just someone who likes to brag a lot, but I really didn't think she was somebody that would take it this far.
We need to protect Minato and make sure that nothing happens to him.
Of course! About 3 days after that, at night, the doorbell rang to our home, and when I opened the door, there was Yuri, down on her hands and knees. I couldn't understand what was going on, and without thinking, I retreated. I am very sorry about everything that happened this time. This is completely all my fault. Please forgive me. Yuri, why are you at my house? I'm sorry.
So, you must be Miss Yuri Tanaka. It seems like my wife has gotten to know you well through the preschool.
You're Minato's dad.
I've heard that Paris has a very severe egg allergy. Despite knowing that, without any hesitation, you let her eat the bento box, didn't you?
No, that's not it. I had no intention whatsoever of putting my daughter in danger.
Luckily, our son doesn't have any allergies like that. However, I do believe I understand how dangerous it can be.
I genuinely thought that a little bit would be fine. I knew what anaphylactic shock was, but Paris insisted that she wanted to eat it.
It is your duty as a mother to protect Paris. Even if it was your favorite food, if you take one wrong step, then you won't be able to turn back.
Because Paris just loves meat and all meat dishes.
I think it's great for her to eat meat. However, if there's egg within that, then you should be avoiding it, right?
Well, that's…
In meat patties and tonkatsu and other meat dishes, it's very common for there to be eggs used. The next time Paris says she wants to eat it, what do you think you should do?
I came here to apologize. Why should I have to be lectured?
Depending on the effort by the parents, you can make all of those dishes without using any eggs.
How am I supposed to cook every single day? I can't.
If that's too difficult for you, then you can always discuss it with the employees and have them prepare it accordingly. If you hadn't pretended to be our family and stolen our bento boxes, none of this would have happened.
What? Yuri, please take a good hard look at your actions and think about it. I didn't… Wrong. What? I said I didn't do anything wrong. What is this? Are you trying to curse me? We are not cursing you. We're just saying this for your own sake. That is none of your business, you hypocrite. Hypocrite? Perhaps she really didn't like that my husband was reasoning with her, and Yuri was once again angry at us. We really didn't expect it, and we were stunned. I can only imagine that Paris loves her mom and always wants to be with her. She must have eaten the bento box given to her without suspecting anything. When I think about that, it makes my heart hurt so deeply. I'm going to say something very harsh, but there's a probability that your actions could be considered a crime. Are you stupid? I paid for those bento boxes, so there's no way I'm going to be arrested just for stealing your reservation. No, that's not what I'm talking about. This is about letting your daughter eat something knowing that she has a severe allergy to it. Always lying. Everything you're saying is just nonsense, isn't it? As an example, I know somebody who was forced to eat something that they were allergic to by their senior colleague, and after he was carried in an ambulance, he sued them. What? Really? This is a matter of life or death, so I'm sure you can't just say you didn't know and let it pass. No, I didn't know anything about getting arrested. I feel the most bad for Paris. If her mom told her that she can eat something, she would probably happily eat it. Wait, I take back what I just said. Let me apologize once more. It's almost impressive how much she flips back and forth. When I told him our daughter passed out, he said he was going to cut his business trip short and come home. If my husband finds out about this, he's going to divorce me.
Well, of course, because his beloved daughter's life was put at risk. If anything, hopefully, divorce is all that it ends in.
What's that supposed to mean?
In the event of a divorce, it would be your responsibility. In that case, the settlement fee and child support fees would probably be collected from you.
Her entire face is pale. She really has no idea how to think of anything besides herself. My husband and I stood there, not knowing what to do with Yuri's incoherent words and actions. In the end, she started bawling, screaming, "Please forgive me." I mean, she was a helpless case. I don't feel any sincerity for you. If you're saying you're going to get a lawyer, then my husband and I will take action. Please just don't make a lawsuit. If I get divorced and they take away my custody, I can't even get money from my husband. You blackmailed me, you know. You took our bento boxes and then berated me for it. Like I said, I'm apologizing. And also, I feel the most sad for Paris. I'm sure she is still shocked in the hospital right now. When you were walking around MoniRobo Diner that day, it's because you were trying to find someone to treat you to food, wasn't it? The nail on the head? Because I don't have any intention of getting involved in your family affairs. So after this, you can talk to your husband about it yourself. No, anything but a divorce. I won't be able to live wealthy like this anymore. I don't mean to be rude, but why did you need to cheap out on a $5 bento box? You live a plenty affluent life, don't you? Don't tell me that you use the living expenses from your husband on yourself. Surely not, right?
This is pointless. Please leave us now and go back to your home. After this, I don't think we will ever speak directly to one another.
No! Yuri's husband arrived back to Japan much sooner than planned. He came to our house and got down on his knees, saying that he would definitely make her take responsibility. In the end, Yuri was divorced by her husband. Of course, it was her responsibility, and I heard that the husband was given full custody of Paris. And, just as we predicted, Yuri was feeding her child only poor and low-cost meals, all while taking herself out to high-end restaurants and treating her mom friends to brag. Even though I had imagined this to be the case, knowing that it was the truth was still a big shock. Currently, Paris has transferred to a different preschool and she is living in a new town with her father. On the other hand, Yuri is in a hell of payments between the settlement fee and the child support fees. She was, of course, kicked out of the house, and apparently she is living at the factory dorms while working day and night around the clock. Yuri's incoherent actions were truly unstable and disastrous. I don't want this world to be a place where honest people lose, but unfortunately, there are still many people in this world who will only focus on justifying their own actions. This incident really made me feel that. In order to protect myself and my family, I'm going to keep working hard to be an honest and strong mother. My name is Chirako Yamamoto, 25 years old. 1 year ago, I married the love of my life, and I'm living the happiest days of my life. I'm super happy to be married, but there's actually one thing that's troubling me. That is, that I haven't been blessed with the treasure of a baby. Well, there's really nothing we can do about that, though. We're still young, and I'm planning on enjoying my lovey-dovey life with my darling for a while. When will my darling be home?
I'm home!
Oh, he's back. Darling, welcome home.
It doesn't get old. Charako, you're the cutest girl in the whole entire world. That dress, It looks amazing on you.
Thank you. I was too excited that I accidentally bought a new dress.
I'm super excited too.
Come on, hurry up and get ready.
Actually, just for today, I put my favorite suit out for dry cleaning.
Seriously? Aw, come on. You're putting so much effort into this too.
Of course I am. Because we finally get to go to that high-end French restaurant that has a 1-year wait list.
I can't believe we get to go to such a high-end restaurant for our first wedding anniversary. It's going to be a memory of a lifetime.
I've been saving up for this day little by little, so you can order whatever you want today.
Aw, I seriously can't wait. I only found out 1 week ago that we would be going to this high-end restaurant. If he waited until the day of, he thought that as a woman, I wouldn't be able to prepare everything in time, so he told me in advance. Seriously, isn't he the most thoughtful, best darling in the world? Even if we don't get blessed with children after this, I'm happy just for being able to marry my darling.
So, this is the French restaurant with a 1-year wait list. The exterior is amazing. It looks like a castle.
Let's go, let's go! Wow! Wow, it's so delicious! Even the appetizers are delicious.
It really is. The texture is so indescribably smooth. Are these really vegetables?
This is really a treasure box of deliciousness.
It really is.
Living up to its reputation, every single dish was incredible. Not only that,
Miss Shirako, this here is a surprise drink compliments of your husband, Mr. Kota.
what? Wait a second, is this?
Yep, the one that you said you wanted to try at least once in your life. The high-end wine, Chateau Petrus. I found the bottle from your birth year, and I had them prepare it.
But, this is crazy expensive.
This is a sign of my love to you, so it's fine. Come on, let's cheers.
Koda! I will scream my love for you until the end of the earth. We cheered with the best wine ever. I seriously couldn't have imagined that I would get to spend such an amazing wedding anniversary from the very first year. I wanted this perfect time to last forever. As I was thinking this, we heard a commotion stirring outside the restaurant.
Like I said, they're not in this restaurant. It must be a mistake. Now you need to go home.
It seems like there's a lot of noise.
There is. I hope it's not a big incident or anything.
No matter what it is, I'll always protect my honey.
Darling.
Oh, there he is.
What?
Daddy, I finally found you.
What's a lost kid? Wait, what?
Daddy, I wanted to see you for so long.
Daddy?
What? Who is this? Koda, Daddy? Wait a minute. Were you hiding that you had a kid?
What? No, I don't know anything about this.
Daddy, I wanted to see you for so long. Aww.
What is this about, Koda?
Seriously, it's not what you think. Little girl, I'm not your daddy.
Daddy, it's me, Ayaka. Did you forget me? Hey, where's Mommy?
Mommy? Does that mean that you were hiding a child and that you were married before?
No, I swear, that's not the case.
I can't believe that instead of the main course, an ex-wife would be appearing.
What are you saying? It must be a doppelganger.
Could a little girl say daddy this much out of some misunderstanding?
She's super suspicious. This is bad. Our wedding anniversary is going to become our divorce anniversary. Little girl, I'm not your daddy. I'm the husband of this most beautiful wife in the world. As you see, we don't have any children yet. That's why you need to go to the police and have them look for your real daddy and mommy.
You're really not my daddy?
Yeah, that's not me, but that's why we need to find you your real mommy and daddy.
Okay, I'm very sorry to bother you.
Ugh, I really didn't know what was going to happen, but it really was a mistake. Well, I always believed that you weren't that kind of person.
I feel like you really doubted me though.
Hey, that little girl, she's still waiting outside.
You're right. Is she really meant to be meeting up with her parents at this restaurant?
I understood that calling Coda Daddy was a mistake. That being said, I couldn't take my eyes off that little girl. Earlier, I was so angry at Coda that I didn't notice a lot of things, but that girl, look how skinny she is, and her clothes are so dirty. It seems a little strange that she would be meeting anyone at this restaurant.
I wonder if there's more to it.
Excuse me, waiter?
Yes?
Would it be possible to add a kid's chair to this table?
A kid's chair? Yes, it's possible, but...
Well then, please do.
Honey? Wait a minute.
Because look how skinny she is. There's no doubt that she must be hungry too. This has to be some kind of fate. I just can't leave her. I just couldn't stand by and watch. So I went to go get the little girl who seemed cold outside, and I brought her to our table. All right, you can sit here.
But why? Because this old man isn't my daddy, right?
I'm a young man.
That doesn't matter. You can sit down. Aren't you hungry? Before we can find your real mommy and daddy, first, we need to fill your belly.
Thank you, miss.
Coda, are you mad? Did I go too far?
Honey, I'm so touched. This is why you're the sweetest in the world. You're the best wife ever.
What?
Seriously, I'm so glad I married you.
Aw, everyone around us is staring. I'm blushing.
Who cares about that? All right, little girl. You must be hungry, right? You should eat whatever you want.
But,
A child doesn't need to hesitate. Eat however much you want.
yeah. Both of you, thank you. I'm so hungry.
Hey now, you need to slow down. Look at you. You have sauce all over your mouth.
Thank you.
How cute. This wasn't exactly what we planned, but I'm glad it turned out into a good wedding anniversary. Sorry, it's probably more expensive than you planned for.
No, it's fine. I was also worried about that girl. And plus, that kindness of yours is what I fell in love with.
Aw, don't make me blush again. But this girl, it's not like we can just take her back to her house after this. What are we supposed to do?
That's true. We need to return her to her real mommy and daddy. Little girl, what's your name?
It's Ayaka.
Ayaka. Now, Ayaka, where are your mommy and daddy?
I don't know.
Well then, maybe the only thing we can do is take her to the police.
What is it that you're holding in your hand?
This?
Would you mind showing me what it is?
Sure, here you go.
Isn't this...
No way!
The little photograph in the pendant really was of Coda's face. This is Coda's face! So were you really hiding a child?
No. Look closely. The mole. There's a mole there that I don't have.
You can easily get that surgically removed, though. You were betraying me? I can't believe this.
It's not like that. Let me explain. I figured out the whole mystery, and we'll be able to find Ayaka's parents soon.
What do you mean?
Actually, I have a twin brother.
A twin? I've never heard this before. And even when we got married, I didn't meet anyone that looks like you. If you're going to lie, then tell a better one.
We were separated.
Huh?
Remember how I was raised by a single mother?
Yeah, but your mom never mentioned that you had any siblings either.
My parents divorced when we were really little, and my brother went with my dad. At that time, my mom tried to take my brother too. My brother insisted that he was only going to go with Dad and refused to listen. Ever since then, we haven't had a good relationship. We pretty much cut off all ties.
I had no idea. But why did your brother go with your dad?
I honestly don't know. My dad's affair was the reason for the divorce. So why? I was full of anger too. I had my mom to worry about too. After that, I never saw my brother or my father again.
My darling was always positive, and this was the first time I was hearing about his sad past. I bet if this didn't happen, then he may have never told me for the rest of our lives. That's why Ayaka thought you were her dad.
But I guess that means that my brother, he got married, and he already had a child. I can't believe that he would let his child get to this state and let her wander around like this. I need to give him a piece of my mind.
Please don't get mad at Daddy. Mommy and Daddy didn't do anything wrong.
All right, fine. If you say so, Ayaka, then I won't get mad. That is a request from my cute niece, after all.
Well then, we need to hurry to the police station. If she is your niece, that means she's my niece too.
Honey, thank you. I love you.
She must be lost. However, it's extremely skinny. Could it be a case of neglect?
I guess that is a possibility, isn't it?
Her clothes are also really dirty, so we were a little worried too.
No, that's not it. I just like vegetables. That's the only reason why I'm skinny.
Even though you were eating the meat so excitedly at the restaurant?
Well, that's...
So you found her at the restaurant, and you took her in there? Is there anything else she had on her that could help?
This may complicate things, but
This photo. But this is you!
it's not. Look closely. The mole! The mole! I am the identical twin and little brother of this person.
These days, a mole can be easily removed with surgery, you know.
This is the fate of identical twins.
Is she really a lost child? You better not be trying to hide your neglect as parents.
We're not! If you don't believe me, then do you want me to bring my birth certificate or whatever you want as proof?
Oh, the landline. Excuse me. Yes. A little girl, yes. We have her here. Yes. She matches the description. Yes, understood. Isn't that great? Looks like we found Ayaka's guardian. Very sorry for suspecting you.
I'm so relieved. Thank goodness we found them. Right, darling?
Well, that's true. Aren't you glad, Ayaka?
It sounds like someone's coming to pick her up now.
My brother, huh?
They should be here any moment now.
20 years later. Reunited.
Ayaka's over here!
My brother.
Thank goodness, Ayaka! You were okay!
Koda's brother? You've changed a lot since that photo.
What?
Wait, this is a completely different person.
Pardon me. And these people are? These are the people who are looking after Ayaka. I see. Thank you very much for taking care of Ayaka.
What? And you are?
I am Ayaka's legal guardian.
What? She's not my brother's child?
Pardon me, but are you Ayaka's father?
I am not her father, but I am raising her.
Huh?
This is who I am.
What? Orphanage?
Yes. Apparently, Ayaka suddenly disappeared from the orphanage center. So a few days ago, this gentleman submitted a missing persons claim.
So does that mean that this girl is...
That would make her an orphan.
My brother? He threw away his own child?
Then what are her parents doing now?
Are you telling me that this little girl's parents threw her away?
I'm afraid I can't speak to third parties about this.
I'm not a third party. Ayaka's father and I share the same blood. We're brothers. We are identical twins. Please, you have to tell me where my brother is right now and what he's doing. And a scumbag like that is going to throw away his own child. I'm going to beat him up!
That's true. Your face is identical to the man in the photo. Alright then. I will speak to you. Actually, Ayaka's parents, they are both deceased.
What?
Are you kidding? But no.
Exactly 1 year ago today, Ayaka was supposed to go to a high-end French restaurant with her parents to celebrate their wedding anniversary.
Their wedding anniversary was on the same day!
But as they were on their way, the car carrying the three of them got into a crash with a big truck and the parents in the front seats. It was immediate. But sitting in the back seat, just Ayaka's life was saved.
Well then, why is Ayaka still looking for my brother?
It seems like she suffered quite the shock, and she has lost all of her memories from the night before and after the accident.
Ayaka.
No way!
Apparently they had spoken about the restaurant for a while before that, so it remained in her memory. So she must have thought that if she went to the same restaurant 1 year later, on the same day, that her mom and dad would be waiting for her there.
I see. So that's why Ayaka was at that restaurant.
But then, Why is Ayaka the skinny and so dirty? I don't mean to be rude, but what exactly is the situation in that orphanage?
Ayaka is suffering from an eating disorder. She refuses to eat unless it's with her parents. And her clothes. She says that her parents bought them for her, and she won't wear anything else. After repeatedly washing them and always wearing them, over the last year, they've gotten to that state.
I see.
I'm sorry. I don't know anything, but I raised my voice.
That's alright. Well then, Ayaka, let's go.
No, I don't wanna. Daddy, I wanna stay with you. I promise to be a good girl.
Ayaka, that person isn't your daddy.
Daddy! Mommy!
That was supposed to be our wedding anniversary dinner, but what a turn of events.
It really was.
Ayaka, do you think she's asleep yet?
Well, it's already this late. Surely.
That girl, at the end, she called me mommy, didn't she?
Yeah.
Thank you for the food.
Hey now, you need to slow down. Look at you, you have sauce all over your mouth.
Thank you.
How cute.
Hey. What? Honey, you go first.
Well, Ayaka, do you think the two of us, that maybe we could raise her?
What?
She is your brother's child. She may as well be our own child.
What?
Yeah, you're right. Sorry, forget I said anything. I just thought if you might be okay with it, but don't worry.
Thank you. Seriously. I'm so glad that I married you, honey. Because I was thinking the exact same thing.
Well then,
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you for your signature. We've confirmed it on all of the documents. With this, the adoption is officially complete.
thank
you very much.
I'll bring her over now. So please, wait a moment. Ayaka?
Daddy, Mommy!
That's right. We are your daddy and mommy, Ayaka.
Really? You won't go anywhere anymore?
Of course not. We won't go anywhere without you.
All right. Let's go home, honey. Ayaka.
It's been 3 days since Ayaka came to our home. I still haven't gotten used to life with a child around, but that doesn't change our happiness one bit. Then, out of nowhere, Koda brought home a large cardboard box and pulled it out of the car. What is this?
I received it from the people at the orphanage. Apparently, it's what's left of my brother and his wife's belongings.
They were holding on to it?
Actually, apparently my dad was taking care of it. From the inheritance and whatnot. Because he's old, he couldn't take Ayaka in. And that's why he had left her in the orphanage.
Did you see your dad?
Nope. It has been 20 years after all. Well, while we organize these things, I'll think about it.
I think that's a good idea. And so we looked inside the cardboard box. We found things like cutlery and clothes, handbags too. At the bottom of all of that, we found one thick book. Hey Koda, any idea what this is?
Isn't that a diary? I think that's my brother's handwriting.
On the cover, it said Album 20. According to Koda, his brother was a very detailed person, and ever since he was a little kid, he kept a diary. When we opened it up, he had written all about the last few years. From the little details of every day, as well as his feelings as he watched Ayaka grow. And I wonder if Koda got married, or if he has any kids of his own. I hope I can see Koda someday. I wonder if he'll forgive me. Every now and then, Koda's name would pop up.
I'm going to go talk to my dad. I'm sure he would know why my brother went with him instead of staying with us.
I'll be waiting for you, Koda. From there, through the people at the orphanage, my husband got the contact information of his father, and he went into his room to call him. They spoke for probably around 2 hours. When Koda came out of the room, his eyes are puffy and red. I'm sure that wasn't easy, Koda.
Apparently, my dad never actually cheated.
What?
A single mother at his workplace was relying on him, and he was helping her out. When my mom found out, she decided that being that kind to another woman was the same as cheating, and that's why they got divorced. but he didn't deny that he hurt my mom, so he agreed to the divorce. And because my brother got along better with my dad than I did, he went with him. I just took my mom's side, without even trying to listen to my dad.
But look now, you were able to speak to your dad again.
Charako.
Let's take Ayaka with us and go see him together as a family. We are all still alive, which means we can still start over.
You're right. Thank you, Charako.
I truly believe that things ended up this way. Not by coincidence, but out of necessity. I was troubled with my infertility on our wedding anniversary, when suddenly a little girl appeared and called us Mommy and Daddy. And then we found out that she was my darling brother's child. And exactly 1 year ago, they were having their wedding anniversary in the exact same spot. And the rift between my darling and his father was slowly starting to heal. It felt like we were being given many happinesses, more than having our own child. That's why I'm going to do whatever it takes to protect this happiness and work hard to make sure that we can live happily as a family forever.